Hey yo, what is up guys? I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. For those of you who celebrate Easter, I hope you're having an awesome Easter. For those of you who don't, I'm in your boat because in med school, Easter doesn't exist because all holidays don't exist. So in trying to come up with a topic for today's video, I asked on Tumblr if anyone had any suggestions, and one of my followers asked me how to handle the transition from high school to college, which was great. I thought I would talk about transitions in general because it's a fairly relevant topic. It's happening all the time, so here we go. Whether it's changing schools or moving or just the general flux of people in and out of your life, every period of normalcy is quickly followed by some sort of transition. There are people who find continuity in their life to be a really big comfort, and they consciously or unconsciously try and maintain it by, just for this example, going to college with their best friend or going to a college that's in the same city that they grew up in. And that is perfectly okay. If that's what makes you feel happy and content, that's awesome. Inevitably there will be a moment when that normal is disrupted. I am the complete opposite of what I just described to you. Even as a kid, I was incredibly independent and very much in the moment with whatever I was doing. When I was a junior in high school, my parents moved us 3 hours north to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I still remember sitting in the car on the way up and thinking to myself, this is the perfect opportunity to reinvent yourself. And not reinvent myself into someone that I wasn't or someone that I wanted to be, but rather who I actually was at that time. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. When you're friends with people for years, or even classmates with people for years and years and years. I went to school with the same people from kindergarten until 8th grade, and then a lot of those kids also went to my high school. You get pigeonholed into them knowing you as a kid. You know, you could be the kid that did fill in the blank in 3rd grade to them. And especially when you're in high school and you're starting to figure out who you are and trying to kind of mold that, it can be hard to shed those old views of you. Time has passed, you have changed, but you're still kind of confined by that outdated persona. So when I changed schools, I made small changes to how I acted and the people that I sought to surround myself with. And when you're in new situations, it's very, very easy to fall back into old habits and to kind of use that autopilot personality as kind of a defense mechanism when you're around new people. I get it, I did it a lot, but I at least tried to push myself to not use those defense mechanisms. And through that, I made more honest friends, and I had better relationships, and I was happier than I was before. And this is something that I have now continued with every sort of transition that I've made. I think honestly the best thing that you can do in your life and for your own personal growth is to embrace change. It sounds super cliche, but saying yes to new things and opportunities is the best cure for your fears and trepidations. I am a perfect example of this. When I was younger, I talked a big game, but I was not adventurous. I was that kid who had to watch someone else do it and then like ask them how it was, and then I would maybe feel comfortable. And slowly but surely, as I grew up, I have completely lost that. I think the first big thing was when I chose to go to college 4.5 hours away from home, with no good friends even within the general vicinity. And then through that school and being there, I applied for and got accepted to do a study abroad in Australia, which was so awesome. I had never traveled by myself, and it was hands down one of the best semesters of my life. After that, I think only a couple months after that, I accepted my cousin's invitation to join her on a trip to Ethiopia, which is a country in Africa that I had never heard of before she brought it up, to volunteer in an AIDS orphanage. Now I'm wrapping up 2 years of medical school, thousands of miles away from home, down in the middle of the ocean with none of my friends, none of my family. As I'm transitioning into this next phase, I'm looking to possibly do some of my clinical rotations in the UK, because why would I not take advantage of that opportunity? Each transition that you embrace opens your eyes to opportunities that you didn't even know were viable options before. So if I hadn't said yes to going to a different school than my friends, I don't know if I ever would have studied abroad. I don't know if I would have had some of the experiences and done the things and seen the things that I have, or if I would be sitting here talking to you guys right now. For those of you going to college in the fall, work hard, do your best, succeed and fulfill yourself academically, but don't forget to have a blast. If you let it, those 4 years can be some of the best you've ever had. And to do that, all you have to do is say yes, within reason, okay? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday. I hope you're all having an awesome day, and I'll see you guys on the other side.